You come to the light at the bottom of Main Street in the fire and the police station's right there. That road just continued down, all the way down to Police Auto Body, and that River Street was there. That was Lower Main Street, straight down the hill. Bank Square was probably the biggest square around.
That was the West End. Bank Square back. That was the black community.
Beekman Street was nothing but apartment homes all the way from the corner where that light is starting on part of 9D from Main Street. To the left there, that corner was Beekman Street, and it ran all the way down to the river. Nothing but apartment houses.
Beekman Street, and then Ferry Street, and then we had what they call West Main Street. We call it the back street. And River Street, parts of Walcott Avenue. South Avenue was like a line of demarcation, if you will. You didn't go, say, east of South Avenue, that was most of the white people lived. And then on the west side was, was the black community. I mean, you could walk there, but, no one lived there at the time. I really have some pretty good memories, growing up in that area,
I would say it's very, at the time, the West End, growing up in the West End, very tight-knit community.
We played in the street. There was a vacant lot, and the guy, he let us use it to play softball,
We used to play, Vogel's Drugstore in the back was a little basketball court. The rim was on a tree. It's all dirt, and that's where we used to all play basketball. It'd be sometimes 20 guys on one team.
We go in the woods, there was all kinds of apple trees, pear trees, peaches, all kinds. We climbed trees, eat fruit all day. And what's the dearest now was Nabisco. They made the boxes, and we'd go there and play. We'd watch things on TV, like Tarzan, and we'd go out and try to emulate that. Build the tree huts, swings, stuff like that. But the parents always, the adults always looked out for you. You didn't sass them either.
It was a community that everybody looked out for each other. Everybody knew everybody. So if you took if you rode your bike and you went somewhere, if I drove, matter of fact, me and a couple of my friends rode our bikes over to where I live at now. Before I got home, my mother knew where I was at because the people who lived in the house next to me happened to be our Sunday school teacher and her husband called and said, Wayne's over here today. So that's how the community was. It was always looking out for the kids. If you was doing something you ain't had no business doing, a neighbor would check you and then tell your parents that they checked you, and then you get checked when you get home because they had to check you. Yeah, so it was good.
In SO. In SO, Nan Whittingham. that was a blooming place. Nan Whittingham. And she had all those young men, Mary Milligan and all those guys that, they would go over there and play basketball. And
I don't know how to put it in words. That's just what we needed. It was a place to go where you could be off the streets, not that people hung on the streets, but, you learned a lot of different things. I learned how to play ping pong there. I learned how to shoot pool. I don't shoot that well. You could play basketball there. You could watch TV. You do your homework. You talk to the counselors about things that maybe you didn't feel comfortable talking to your parents. One of the person's staff he had been on the police force, and Harold Brilliant. He taught boxing, things of that nature. And sometimes you'd have dispute. Instead of fighting, he would teach you the art of boxing, and you'd duke it out and more or less it wasn't so that you'd fight, but he knew these gloves weighed so much, you were gonna tire out and forget all about it, and I just liked it. That was legend for the youth. playing basketball at St. Andrews, Beacon was known for basketball. You know, they played football and other things, but they was mostly known for basketball.
St. Andrews was a big thing. Every summer, there was a festival there at St. Andrews. There was basketball, but there was food. We had a merry-go-round there. There was a swing set there. You know, every summer, it was big time at there. And they used to bring teams in from other places to come and play. And it was just a festival every year.
You know, we had a couple of restaurants, Lewis's Sandwich Shop, Ike's Corner Store. You know, so if you need provisions, you know, yeah, they're readily available to us. You know, whatever you needed, we were able to get. You know, as far as you know, provisions for the home.
Mr. Horton's Tavern, and he had the bar right here, and next to the bar, you went upstairs to the apartments, and then he had another room where people used to rent and have parties and things.
Jeff Barbershop was on the corner. Miss Macklin had a store. There was 2 barbershops. There was Jeff's Barbershop. There was Mr. Reese's Barbershop. There was Bank Square Tavern. There was Miss Macklin's store down the street at the top of Beekman Street. Was Mr. Horton's bar. It was his thing. It was a bar for the grown-ups, but in the summertime, and they would have it as a chippy joint. It was a place where the kids could go in and get ice cream and hang out for a little bit, and you know, it was like just a little hangout for them.
The chippy joint, that was where we all went to socialize. There were 2 actual chippy joints. One was Charlie's and the other one was Horton's. And on the weekends, teens from all over the place would come there. And that's where all of the teens in Beacon wound up. On Friday nights and Saturday nights, we would dance, and they had a couple of pinball machines. Very social. Doo-wop groups came into play at that point in time, but it was a lot of fun. Geez, I have a lot of fond memories of those times, you know.
You're blessed when you can look back and think about people that were nice to you, people that you were nice, because that's all you have. Once you get a certain age, all you have are your memories. And to have some good memories make you smile before you cry, you know. And that's what I can truly say I have. I have some good memories, you know. And they are Beacon. They really are Beacon. I really enjoy living here in Beacon.